Welcome friends, welcome to another video. This time we are going to cover the AWS step functions. This is in continuation to the series of videos related to AWS Certified Machine Learning Specialty Exam. So AWS step function is one of the pivotal function that is used for orchestrating and designing workflows. The best advantage or the key thing with AWS step function is that it creates easy visualizations that can help understand the flow, understand really complex flows when it comes to the end user getting a feel of how the job is actually executing. It also has features like advanced error handling and a retry mechanism, which is not relevant or directly related to the code. So we can have a retry mechanism that lies outside the actual code logic. It can also perform audit of the history of workflows. It also has the ability to wait for an arbitrary amount of time. For example, if you want to put any sort of time watch or something like that for a particular event to trigger only at a particular time, that also we can do with it. And then the maximum execution time also for this kind of state machine once created using a step function is 1 year. So yeah, so essentially what that means is there could be a workflow which could essentially keep on continuing for a period of time of 1 year with different steps working out at different times during that duration. Now, if we talk about some examples of step function, how it can be useful and how it creates or how it basically creates a difference. So if you see this image here, when it comes to training a machine learning model, there could be multiple steps involved, and on the left hand side what you see is the actual code block which indicates the different steps. However, the step function converts this complex code into a very fairly simple and easily understandable flow, where, for example, the flow starts with generating the database. Let's say we have a Lambda function which generates the data set. Then the second step is training the model using the AWS SageMaker service. Then we save the model into an S3 location, and then we use AWS Batch to perform transformations and process the data. So this could be the overall training flow for any machine learning model. This is one example of how step function can be used. Another example is, let's say we want to tune a machine learning model. So for that, again, let's say we generate the training data set using a Lambda function, then we perform hyperparameter tuning in SageMaker, then we extract the model path, and based on the observed results, we again go back to SageMaker to tune the model again, save the model again, extract it to an S3 location, and perform a batch transformation to use that model to make predictions or something like that. So this is how this AWS step function can use for tuning a machine learning model. And then another example is to manage a batch job. This is kind of really fascinating, because if you see here, there is a provision. If you use the AWS step function, there is a provision to have a parallel path, or depending on the outcome of a particular step, we can either go on a failure route or a success route. So for example, we submitted a batch job. Based on whether it's success, it will notify for the success, and based on failure, it will notify for the failure. And of course, there could be additional steps. Maybe we want to do something else if the job is successful, so we can have a flow directed from the success further down, and similarly for failure also. So the clear advantage here is the complexity of the code, like we see on the left hand side, is to already taken care by a workflow which can visually explain or simplify the things for an understanding purpose. So that's how the step functions are used. So that's it for this video. I hope this video will be useful, and yeah, I'll continue creating similar kind of videos. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Thanks a lot.